Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today, clearly, we're going to take a look at the brand new Disney's limited edition Rapunzel doll from the movie Tangled. This released just this past Monday, so stay tuned, of course, as we take a look at the details of the box and of the doll. And as always, I want to know what you guys think. All right, so she was $149.99 and did release on the US site this past Monday. She is, as of today, still available, which is shocking. I think what we're all kind of surprised about is that Gothel, which I'll insert a photo here, did not release at the same time. So she has yet to be announced by the US Disney Store. We'll see what happens. But as you can see here, we have one of the most colorful boxes we have seen in a hot minute. We have lots of fun floral details here. We've got some flowers and some gold embossing. See if I can keep it in focus here. On the top, of course, instead of saying the movie name, it says Rapunzel. So not Tangled, but Rapunzel. The side, there's like no printing on her plastic either that is visible. No, none at all. Wow. Thanks, Disney. Probably put all their budget into the box itself. Here at the bottom, of course, you can see it does say Rapunzel limited edition 1 of 5,400. If you would like to pause and read it here, you most certainly can. It's in a few different languages. Lift that bow up there. And then now they are called certificates of verification instead of certificates of authenticity. I don't know what that's about, but that, of course, and a stand is included. So what we'll do now is we'll go ahead, we'll remove the outer coverings, and we'll take a really good look at the doll. All right, so I do have her out now. Of course, first thing we'll take a look at is her certificate of verification. The limited edition release here of 2025. I did get number 947 of 5,400. So that is kind of fun. She does have the new style of the box cover where it does fold back over and kind of holds it in a little bit better. The last 17-inch doll we had that released, or maybe it was one of the ones prior to that, didn't, which I thought was strange, but this one, of course, it does. So it is what it is. But anyhow, so we do have a very fun background. Of course, it's inside Rapunzel's tower, or I guess I should say Mother Gothel's tower, where you can see the floating lanterns, and then Rapunzel, the artwork that she's painted there behind the curtain, the tile and rockwork floor, this like the shelves or whatever this is here leading up to that. I think it looks like there's kind of a doorway back there. Really nice and fun, intricate background here. I'm very thankful. I'm just kind of straightening out her feet that we did get an actual good background with her. That was one of my biggest fears when we heard that these were coming, is that we would get some of these plain backgrounds that they've been giving us, but thankfully Rapunzel didn't. We do have the same face mold, I believe, as the 10th anniversary for the 15th anniversary doll here. It's definitely not the old one. The old one's more round. But you can see there she has her bright green eyes, long eyelashes. She has tinsel in her hair, which I know a lot of people were very upset by, which, I mean, I get, because tinsel can get a little wonky, but I like it because I think it kind of takes us back to the moments when her hair glows. So for her, I think it works. But she has a great face mold, flowers in her hair there. It's in a twist braid, and they did us a massive disservice because it is way too short. It should be somewhere down here. But I do think a lot of the budget went from that to the dress itself. Of course, we do have a little Pascal, which I'm so glad they included him on this doll as well. And then her other accessory is a frying pan, of course, that she uses to whack Eugene over the head with. And we did get, it looks like, yes, and a completely different hand mold for the one that holds the frying pan. So 2 fingers kind of hold on to the hole in the handle, and then one curls around, and of course the thumb. And then on this hand, of course, this is the hand that we're used to now with all of the dolls. But I am so glad that we moved on to a more aesthetically pleasing hand than the ones that we used to get. But look at Pascal. He's so cute. Just resting there on his shoulder. Of course, he is rubber banded in. Nothing's making him move. And then we have a new take on her dress. So it is more of a salmony purple instead of a pink purple, if that makes any sense. So it's not a movie accurate color, I don't think. It's close. But it's not bad. But of course, it is kind of more gussied up, and the detail on this dress is very, very nice. We finally have our satin corseted crisscross going on instead of die cut like we had on Ariel. We have a satin bow here. We have this really pretty like brocaded fabric here across the bust line. We have some embroidery on the corset itself. We have the flowers and some gems, 2 little gold gems. And then the skirt is where it really gets fun. So we have these really neat little metal gold suns with a like an amber colored jewel on either side, and then there are 3 satin ribbons, that kind of twirl down on either side of the skirt. You can see there's this really pretty sash that kind of goes across. It's a 2-piece, at least from what I can tell. Yes, it's a 2-piece outfit. The top part, of course, separate from the bottom. And I love her sleeves here. I just wish that these weren't separate from the fabric. I wish they were actually a part of it. But they've done it like that for eons. So it is what it is. But I do like the multiple different layers of fabric that they've used, different types of fabric. This looks a lot like the same kind of idea that they used on the D23 Ariel sleeve cap. So, you know, borrowing. We have a little bit of lace trim right here. Coming down to the skirt, I want to say, and I hope, yes, good. Whew. It is 2 separate pieces of fabric. This first one is this really fun kind of gossamer look, purple with gems scattered all over it. My camera is picking up a little more peachy pink than the actual purple pink that it is. So just be aware of that. That's probably due to the time of day that I'm filming this. I'm filming it at a very late hour in the night. But I don't have time to do this tomorrow, so I want to get it done today. So it is a really pretty shimmery fabric, and there are little gems kind of cascading all over it. And then we have beautiful embroidery. So we've got like the sun pattern that she sees everywhere, the flowers and the gem work on both sides. You can see there, very, very well done. And then the same fabric that's up here on the chest is also what the main skirt is. So that is all the way down. And then we do have a little petticoat under there. You can see there. Now, naturally, Rapunzel is barefoot and she does have flat feet, which just make sense. So I do like that. Her feet were like turned inward. So I had to kind of turn them a little more outward than what they were, but they are strapped in and they are not going anywhere. So, but very, very well done. Very, very nice with the embroidery. I'm trying to see, it only goes about not even, maybe a quarter of the way on the front. So I'm assuming it's the same on this side. Yep. So it would be nice if it went all the way around, but you know what? I like what we got on this one. And I am shocked that she's still available. Like, it just blows my mind. I think people are just kind of either waiting for Gossel or, who knows, boycotting Disney. I've heard a lot of stuff going around that doesn't sound pretty. So who knows? All I know is that I'm glad I got her. I think she's gorgeous. So there is the brand new 15th anniversary Rapunzel limited edition doll from the Disney store. All right, everyone. Well, that's going to do it for my review. I hope you enjoyed. I will be doing a comparison video here of the original, the 10-year and the 15-year here shortly on my channel. Just give me a few days to kind of get that all together. It's going to take some doing. I have to kind of dig through some piles over here to get to the 15th anniversary when she's at the bottom of a stack. But I will get her out. And then, of course, my original one, she is, let's see where she is. She's up there. So we'll get her down and kind of put these girlies together and see what everybody thinks of them side by side. But it should be a lot of fun. So stay tuned for that. Mother Gothel is coming. So hopefully we'll be able to grab one of those. And that way we can review her for you guys as well. And until then, hope everybody enjoyed. Hope everybody's having an extra magical day. And we will see you real soon.